Welcome back to a new tutorial. In this video we are going to be talking about Featuretools, which is a library for doing feature engineering easily. We are going to be using a single line of code for creating a lot of features from our raw data. I'm going to be showing you how we can set up the library, the data frames, and how we can automatically do feature engineering using the library. Let's start coding. Okay, I'm in the VS Code, but you can use any code editor that you want. And I'm going to create a notebook like Featuretools.ipynb, and I'm going to select my kernel quickly. And for the starting point, I'm going to create a code cell, and we firstly need to install Featuretools. So for that, you can just use pip install Featuretools, and if you are using Mac, you need to go with pip3. After this, you are going to have Featuretools ready. And let me show you the version that I'm using. I'm using the version of the 1.31.0. Okay, so let's talk about this tool firstly. Feature engineering is arguably the most important step in any machine learning workflow. It's the art of transforming raw data into meaningful features that boost model performance. But instead of writing tons of custom code manually, Featuretools lets us automate this process with just one line of code. So in this video we are going to be talking about how we can use this great tool. As the first step, of course, we will say import Featuretools as ft, and I'm going to import pandas with numpy for the data frame operations and data creation for this tutorial. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sample dataset. So I don't want this video to be too long. For that, I created the data creation codes before this video. I will say is number of customers. I'm going to create a data frame like this, customers data frame here. So let's check how it looks. We have customer ID, sign up date, age, and country. If you want to have the similar data set, you can just take a screenshot on this code or type by yourself. If you take a screenshot, you can upload it to ChatGPT for it to give you the same code. Also, we are going to create another table. It's going to be transactions, so number of transactions is going to be 100 this time, and in here we have date, categorical and numeric column. So I'm going to add the transactions data frame in here too, and let me call that. Here we have date, amount, customer ID, and transaction ID, numeric and date columns. Next up, we are going to have a products table. I'm just going to create that with copy paste operation, and I'm going to call that products data frame head. Here we can see that we have two categoric, two numeric columns. One is like a primary key, product ID column. Okay, we have our data frames ready. We are going to use transactions, customers, and products. Now we are going to turn these tables into an entity set, which is like a relational database. We will say like entity set, and it will be Featuretools entity set. ID is going to be, say, retail data. Next up, we are going to add customers to this. I will say add data frame, and I will pass like data frame name is customers, and data frame directly we are going to pass customers data frame. Index is going to be customer ID, and time index is going to be sign up date. Next up, we are going to add transactions. So I will say add data frame again. I will pass data frame name, transactions. Next up, I will say data frame, and it will be transactions data frame, and index is going to be transaction ID like this. And next up, time index is going to be purchase date. And next up, for the final, we are going to add products. For that, we will say data frame again, and next up, data frame name is going to be products. Data frame is going to be products data frame, and index is going to be product ID. So I'm going to make this run, and here we have depreciation or user warnings. I don't want to see them, so what I'm going to do is I will say like import warnings, and warnings, filter warnings, and I will say ignore. Next, I'm going to reset and make all the cells rerun, so we are not going to have any kind of errors in here. Great. After the reset, now we define relationships between the tables. So we have like no relationships in here, but we have this data frames. It's time for adding relationships. So we will say add relationship, and we will say parent data frame name. It's going to be customers. Next up, parent column name is going to be customer ID, like this. Next up, child data frame name is going to be transactions, and child column name is going to be customer ID. So I'm going to make this run, and let's see, now we have the relationships in here. Now it's time for the one-liner we have been waiting for. So for that, we are going to create a single line for creating automatic aggregated features for each customer. So I will say feature matrix with feature div features synthesis. So this stands for div feature synthesis. We will say entity set is going to be entity set we defined. We will say target data frame name, it's going to be customers, and webos is going to be true. And this one-liner is going to give us all the features that we want. It says build 26 features. And now we have 26 features ready on feature matrix. So I'm just going to call it like this. Let's go with head for having a simple look at the table. Now we have count, maximum of the each column, means, minimums, skills, and a lot more in here. Weekday, year, mode, and we have number of unique. So we can both see what we have with the columns like this, but it's not the best look, so let's write a for loop for seeing this. Let's say like for feature, in feature define print feature get name. So now we are going to see what we have. We have count, maximums, means, minimum, skills, standard deviations, sums, day, month, week, day, year information from the date column, modes, and the number of unique. So we have our feature matrix ready. So we can use this, like we can directly pass this into a machine learning model right now. And let's say that we want to save this. We can both do like feature matrix, and we can say to Excel and features.xlsx. Now we are going to see when I make this run, we are going to have that file in here. Or what we can do is we can say Featuretools, save features, we can pass this, and we can say customer features.json. So both works, and it's going to write it in here. For loading this back, for loading the Excel file, we can simply use like pandas with XL, and we can pass features.xl like this. But for reading customer features, we have a method, Featuretools, load features, and we can pass customer features.json. So we are going to have this ready in here. Great, that was it for the coding part of this video. Let's get to the outro. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I'm sharing new data science videos every week on my channel. You can subscribe for more videos like this. Have a great day.